Across the massively growing blockchain gaming sector, the most noticeable and highest valued NFT sales are concerning the highly lucrative and extremely profitable virtual land sector. Although buying Axis for Axie Infinity can set you back a few hundreds of dollars, buying a chunk of digital land through a platform such as Decentraland can cost you literally hundreds of thousands of dollars. Welcome back to CryptoPafi. Today we will be taking a very close look at one of the largest entrants in the crypto, virtual real estate and digital land sector, and this is the Sandbox, a considerably older project, having first opened its doors from as early as 2012. The Sandbox has only been making headlines as of late due to its staggering highland tale. It is clear to see that there is a lot of interest surrounding the Sandbox, the native sand token, and the plans for the future of the project. Although one of the most well-known blockchain games, there exists a lot of talk about Decentraland, but many overlook the Sandbox project. With a lot more room to grow and develop, investors are slowly beginning to take note about it. There is a lot of opportunity surrounding the entire Sandbox ecosystem, ranging from the highly profitable sale of land to the budding in-game world to the native sand token. As a legitimate, there is a lot of opportunity surrounding the entire Sandbox ecosystem, ranging from the highly profitable sale of land to the budding in-game world to the native sand token, as a legitimate investment opportunity. We'll be covering it all today, so stick around and pay very close attention. This is an offering you don't want to miss out on. Enabling players to build their own virtual worlds. The Sandbox has been available on both iOS and Android for the past 10 odd years. Although initially the Sandbox was not a crypto-oriented title, the first edition of the Sandbox project was a traditional video game and has garnered a staggering 40 million downloads with the creation of over 70 million worlds. Pretty impressive numbers, don't you think? These numbers should indicate the fact that the Sandbox community is thriving, filled with an active amount of members and dedicated players that will follow this project and this team till the end of Earth. It should be clear to see why this massive blockchain upgrade of the game is one of the most widely anticipated releases across the entire world of cryptocurrency. As of now, players are able to build, earn and monetize their time spent in-game through the Ethereum blockchain. This entire ecosystem is able to run financially through the usage of the in-game utility token called SAND. What makes the Sandbox quite unlike most other virtual landing game projects is the fact that the game is about players creating their very own unique worlds. Completely unique worlds that are able to host their very own games and not cater to any kind of central authority. But this is not an instantaneous project. The Sandbox team actually aimed to eventually give complete control of the game to its users. A complete DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, for a blockchain game? One of the first of its kind and such on a grand scale, although this is only set to be implemented towards the end of 2023. A quick look at the Sandbox project from a casual gamer or crypto investors wouldn't make the Sandbox seem too appealing. The voxel graphics certainly make the game seem outdated and somehow archaic, but games like Minecraft and Roblox rely on similar graphical concepts and are the largest video games on the planet right now. It should be noted that both these highly popular and extremely profitable titles are also entirely about empowering players and allowing them to create their very own virtual worlds, much like the Sandbox. But of course, both Minecraft and Roblox are classic video games. They do not offer gamers any of the great advantages that the blockchain gaming protocol is able to offer both users and investors. Fully centralized user-generated content from both Minecraft and Roblox have thus limited users from being able to truly own what they create. They've seen issues like this occurring in the past with gamers creating their very own unique game modes such as Dota, DayZ, PUBG, and having their titles unfairly ripped from them due to the lack of their actual ownership of the intellectual property. It shall never be an issue with titles such as the Sandbox. Upon creating a world within the Sandbox universe, you should own it in its entirety. Not the gaming company, just you. Another major issue with the outdated gaming systems is the heavy restrictions of the freedom of assets within the game system itself. There currently exists central control over the trading of all these virtual goods that the gaming company will control and alter depending on what direction they wish the in-game economy to head towards. This is an issue that plagues countless MMO titles such as EVE Online, World of Warcraft, or even RuneScape. Blockchain technology is able to offer a completely decentralized method for gamers to trade, buy, and sell in-game assets that they truly own, in a complete, safe, and secure way, and the risk of scams, criminals, and shady deals through the sale of virtual assets are now a thing of the past. The Sandbox is a complete product with a huge player base that has historically been victim to all these problems. But with the simple integration of this blockchain technology, the highly popular title will now be able to enter the crypto future and offer gamers the opportunity quite unlike any other available right now. The greatest aspect of existing with the Sandbox ecosystem as a creator is the ability to utilize the Vox Edit creator tools. This is a full-on modeling, animating, and block editing platform that empowers gamers and developers on a completely different level. Although the Decentralized project offers something similar, it offers nowhere near the level of complexity and utility that the Sandbox team and the Vox Edit creator tool is able to offer its users. Reasonably simple to use yet finally powerful, users will be able to create and animate their very own 3D objects and items, and thereafter export these into the in-game marketplace in order to become assets. This is a rapidly emerging market sector that consists of around 40,000 creators that earn amounts up to $120,000 yearly purely off the creation of digital assets for games such as Decentralized, Second Life, and the Unity engine, amongst the others. As of now, the Vox Edit and Sandbox in-game assets shall be minted and listed as ERC21 and ERC1155 tokens. On top of this powerful asset creator, the Sandbox team is also looking to offer its users the ability to use its powerful game maker tool. This powerful game maker allows anyone that owns Sandbox assets to place them within a piece of land, allowing gamers to create and craft their very own in-game world, altering a simple block of land into an exciting adventure for other players to come and experience, or perhaps a shop for them to come and purchase assets, or maybe a betting centers of a casino. The list is truly endless. Owning this land is a real barrier of entry. The digital real estate is all gamers need to start creating their own worlds and open their doors to the general public. These lands themselves are NFTs that exist across the Ethereum public blockchain. There is a maximum supply of Sandbox land of about 166,000 units. The Sandbox has seen an influx of both retail and institutional investors in purchasing this digital land, with Atari most recently acquiring a hefty portion with the plans of establishing an in-game gaming property. There are currently 3 different types of virtual estate available within the Sandbox. Land, just a basic 96 by 96 meter plot. An estate, a collection of multiple land units. And a land district, an estate to be owned by multiple players, subject to special governance rules, and the ability to allow several players to work, build, and develop their district together. There is also a complete in-game monetization system, in which individual players can charge other players sand tokens in order to visit and travel to the other lands. Perhaps you'd want to go shopping or go see a crazy sight, or watch a movie with friends in the game. Individual owners will be able to determine how much to charge visitors to their land. It should be noted that land ownership also grants owners the ability to participate in the governance and voting capabilities within the Sandbox and help determine the future of the platform. Compared to the vast majority of the digital world-based crypto titles, the Sandbox is truly operating on a league of its own, and we're currently seeing a huge flurry of activity from across the crypto world in response to what the Sandbox is allowing gamers and investors to do. We are seeing a secondary market of investors purchasing land and then renting them out at more affordable and reduced rates. Game creators are being contracted out and developing game worlds for a fee. Hosting events, selling tickets, the list is endless. There is already a great deal of speculations in regards to the sort of profit and revenue streams that the Sandbox will be giving its users. As of now, the Sandbox is still very much in the earlier stage of the game, with a full release expected in upcoming months. Although the fact that the game was fully operational and has been running well as of 2012, it is clear to see that there is a lot of radical overhauls when attempting to adapt and integrate the game into the crypto space. With a clear vision of the offering future and some brilliant new features and capabilities on the horizon, gamers and investors are eager to get involved and start earning through the game itself. As of now, there does exist a few ways you can look to see returns through the Sandbox titles, primarily as a purely speculative investment, though land ownerships and through investing in the native Sandbox called Sand token. Investing in the land right now is pretty steep, with future rounds of sales rapidly increasing the price and cost of entries into being an actual landlord. The Sand token is currently trading for 80 cents, a dip after its all-time high of $1, although the digital coin certainly seems to be on the overall uptrend. The token itself, however, offers a great deal of utility both in-game and out. As such, when the video game is fully deployed, the valuation of the Sand token should certainly reach new heights, with players being able to use Sand in order to play games, buy equipment, land, customize their avatar, etc. There are also governance capabilities currently attached to Sand holders, in which players can directly vote and sway the future direction of the project, of delegating their voting rights to other players on their behalf. There also has been the recent introduction of staking capabilities with the Sand token, allowing investors to hold Sand and earn passive Sand revenue income through these holdings. Staking is currently the only method of earning gems at Catalyst, an alternate in-game asset that is essential for asset creation. Minting your own in-game assets requires these gems and Catalyst. As a core requirement, staking is a necessity, allowing the Sandbox team to create a brilliant staking incentive across its ecosystem. Although the Sandbox brings a huge community with it, the team is currently in the midst of pushing the title for a huge release. Ultimately, the title needs to be popular for any of these assets to truly worth anything. At its core, the Sandbox is a video game, and if people do not play, then why would any of this be worth anything? As such, the Sandbox team is currently running a huge number of marketing and promotional strategies, with land allocations even set aside as rewards incentives, and the team is definitely looking to develop and maintain an active and healthy ecosystem. Fortunately, Decentraland does maintain a first mover advantage. Although far less attractive on paper, it is hard to ignore the fact that Decentraland does maintain a working product and has hosted a number of big name events, from NFT art galleries to musical gigs, and the number of future events are increasing by the day. It certainly seems as the tough time is not in the Sandbox favor. The team certainly needs to stick it to its roadmap and release products on time, for fear of losing the community interest and the ability to truly capture the sort of market share that such a brilliant offering truly deserves. Thank you for joining us once again at CryptoPafi. Let us know what you think about the Sandbox in the comments below. Share this along with your fellow bullish investors, and please don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.